Hey guys, Justin with JHart Modelworks. I do not have an update on the Cobra this week. For the most part, I just don't have enough done to really warrant an update in my opinion. The seats are finished, which means the interior is completely finished. I did manage to respray the hood 5 times. We'll talk about that when we do an update on it. It's close. It's not an exact match, but it's close. So it's close enough at this point. But that's really all I was able to get done. A big reason why I didn't get a lot done on the car is because we had to get a lot done in the kitchen. This Thursday and Friday, they came in to do the refacing on the cabinets. So basically, they came in, they removed all the cabinet doors, they removed the laminate material that goes on the outside of the cabinet boxes, and they put in some new cabinet material. They put in some nice little additions to the drawers. We added a cabinet, and I really love this color, especially with the really dark granite countertops that we had put in and the repainting that we've done. So we'll go ahead and we're going to get the camera flipped around and we're going to take a look at that, and we may also take a look at the fish tank for those of you guys who are interested in that. Just stick around till the end. Alright guys, here is our finished kitchen. Technically it's mostly finished. I do need to replace the door for the pantry. I have the door, but it's not notched for the hinges, and that's really a pain to do. So basically I'm going to have to take this door down, use it as a guide, and mark on the new door where the hinges need to go. I then have a jig to route those out, but I don't have a router. So what I end up doing is using a Dremel and an attachment. It's a real pain in the butt, which is why I have procrastinated doing it. Once I get the hinge area mortised, then I can come back in and I'll have to paint them because they come primered but not painted. It's a lot of work. Other than that door, the kitchen is completely finished. I absolutely love the refinishing on the cabinets. This is a color they call chocolate pear. We have our tasty beverage station set up here with the coffee makers and all the different coffees and some of the teas and some mugs, stuff like that. The light, my phone camera does something weird. This set of cabinets looks much lighter than the other ones down there. They're really not. It's just the way my phone is recording it and the light. These are the same as all the others. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous dark brown. We also added a cabinet over the refrigerator. So we're going to have some room to store some stuff in there. I can just barely fit the crock pot in there, but that gets it from just sitting on top of the refrigerator collecting dust. So yes, I am super, super happy. We had some pullouts added into these. This one and there's another one. So these just pull out and you can put your stuff in there. So you don't have to bend down and dig into the back. You just pull everything out. The floors aren't done either, but that is a future project because that's going to be a lot of money. And it's going to take us a while to pay off this. The other thing that we had added in here is we had this upper rack. So this is basically going to be for cookie sheets, cutting boards, tall, flat stuff. That's all going to go in there. So yeah, that is the last step. All of our light fixtures I replaced a while back. The light switches, the electrical sockets, I did the oil rub bronze. So we have the new faucet. which we did when we did the sink. There's a couple of dirty dishes in the sink right now, so if I show you the sink, my wife will be very upset with me. But yeah, that is a wrap on the kitchen project. It is finally done. Fish tank update. The Amazon swords are doing great. There are 2 remaining old growth leaves on there. They need to be removed because I have enough new growth in here to sustain the plant. I can cut those when I do my next water change, which will be this weekend. The small one in the back is now completely new growth. So all of that looks really healthy. We have made some changes here. See that little plant right there? That is a whole new plant. That is our first runner off of this dwarf sage. It has shot a runner under the soil and has popped up a new plant in there. So that is cool because we got some plant growth. We have removed the 2 of the big Anubiases that were in here. I wasn't super happy with them in this tank. They're going into the 60-gallon later. We did, however, get some new Anubias. This is an Anubias caufifolia, and this is an Anubias nana petite. Now, on the tip of the wood here, where we had that big Anubias that went all the way up to the top of the tank, I have replaced that with a plant called Bucephalandra Blue Boyan. It's a really cool little plant. It's going to get some small leaves. It'll stay fairly small, but it should start to grow out, kind of like an Anubias. And then I got some Christmas moss. I've always wanted Christmas moss. It's not in the greatest, most healthy of conditions. So what we're doing is we're letting this, we've glued it in with, you use CA glue for fish tank stuff. Surprisingly, it is fish safe. I didn't believe it, but it is. So you glue that on, you're going to let that sit for a while. It's going to take quite some time, and eventually it will take hold and it will start to form little kind of like grippy things that attach onto the wood. And as that starts to grow in, then you can start getting rid of that old kind of dead growth and trimming it up as it starts to grow up. Eventually it will fill out and it will look really nice, hopefully. Now, as you can probably see, we have some new inhabitants. We have 4 platies. All 4 of them are here. So there's a blue one. There is a red wag platy. That's the blue platy. This one is called a dawn platy. And then this guy over here is a rainbow wag platy. The wag platies are the ones that have the black on the end. So this is a red wag and that's a rainbow wag. There are in here as well, though you can't ever see them. Oh, there's one guy. Let's zoom you in. This is a baby Pandagara. This guy will get to be about 2, maybe 3 inches. We may end up moving him into a bigger tank when he does. It'll take some time. There's 2 of these guys. They're kind of a algae eater, omnivore type thing, so they will help a little bit with some of the algae, although we do have a bit of algae going on. The other guys that we have, and they're always hiding. There are a pair of honey gouramis in here. Hopefully I can kind of scare one out. There you go. So there are a pair of those guys. They've got these cool little tendrils. And he's got some gorgeous color on him. So there are 2 of those guys. They are super peaceful fish. They're supposed to kind of swim around. all over the tank. Mine don't. Mine hide. They're always hiding somewhere. Behind the rock, in the plants, behind the filter. There is the other one. But those are some pretty fish. Those are the fish that we ended up putting in the small 10-gallon tank. I may get a few more fish. I don't know. The wife wants neon tetras. I'm not sure about neon tetras. I don't want to put too many fish in this tank. But we may pick up a small number of those just to kind of have something else going on in here. We'll see what happens. Alright guys, that's going to be a wrap for this video. Thanks for hanging out with me and checking out the kitchen project. I'm super glad that it's done. Hopefully next week I will have an update on the Cobra. We will have to see what happens though, because we have to put everything back up in the kitchen, so I may not have a whole lot of time this weekend. We'll have to see. Again, thanks for hanging out and watching the videos. I appreciate you guys watching and all of your support, and I will catch you guys on the next one.